Alright, Dorkensteins. Dorky, mother freaking dorky guys. We got Vegeta here. Another Vegeta. We haven't got enough Vegetas, so I'm glad they made this Vegeta. This one is, what is this one called? This one is, I can't. The reflection. Super Saiyan, oh, maybe right here. Super Saiyan Vegeta Dangerous Pride. There you go. Bam. Shiny. Here's the front of the box. Got that new dynamic movable shoulder system. That's brand new. Got our seal of approval. Bandai Tamashii Nations, Dragon Ball Z, Toei. Here's the side or the bottom. Here's the side. Here's the top. Here's the other side. Here's the back. You've seen it all before. Pairs real nicely with the 3 right here. They didn't put my boy Gohan in there, but it's okay. Oh shoot, dynamic movable Vegeta. All right, let's crack this bad boy open and see what he's all about. Spoilers, I've already cracked him open. I was cracking Vegeta's shit open, boy. Guys, I got a splinter, and it really hurt. My hands look really dry on camera. That's craziness. All right, let's go ahead and look at the accessories. He's got a swooshy hair, which we've seen before with, you know, third parties. Could this come off? No, you just plug it straight into the hair. Just has a bit of a, maybe not, but looks pretty good. It's got the couple of paint details in there. The light's not perfect, but you can see there's a little bit of paint shading on the hair. Pretty cool, you know. You put it on Vegeta, it makes it look like his hair is whooshing to the side. Of course, we got a pair of crossed arms. We've seen this a bajillion, million, billion times. Don't gotta worry about that. He comes with a couple of face plates. All his face plates except for, or actually no. He doesn't come with a serious face where he's looking forward. He's only got the yelling face and then the smiling face. They look pretty good. Stoic face, but he's looking a little off to the side. It's not as full dead on straightforward. He's looking off to the side. So that's a little irritating, but you know, is what it is. Then he comes with an assortment of hands. He's got his karate hands. Oh, y'all, got the karate hands. Then he comes with a pair of open palm, kind of blasty, like pretty nice. You know, we've seen it all before. Then he comes with a couple of questionable white gloved hands, maybe for clapping. Thank you, bruh. Emoji. And then he's got a couple of more grippy hands for when he sees Bulma. You know, after she made that wish in Dragon Ball Superhero. Ooh. Then he comes with something I've never seen before on a Shfiguarts, is separate feet. Because I guess you can make him from the Android saga and whatever other saga he wears the white boots in, and then switch him over to the classic brown shell toes, Adidas, whatever. And then let's go ahead and move the camera downwards so you can see what we have. We're outside today, by the way. That's all his stuff he comes with. We're outside, as you can tell. Beautiful, beautiful day outside. We got some rocks. Don't mind the shadows. We're definitely outside. Don't mind the shadows. Don't mind that crack right there. It kind of looks like my butt. All right, and here is Vegeta out of the packaging, or as my aunt always calls him, virginity. Classic auntie things. When I was a kid, I'd always be like, yeah, I want a Vegeta figure, and she'd be like, virginity? And I was like, yes, virginity. And it didn't take me until I was like 32 to, I'm not even 32. But yeah, so here's the smiley face. You can tell there's a bit of gapping on the head. I'm trying to push it on all the way, but there's always gonna have that little space right there. It looks pretty good for the most part. Maybe the camera just makes it look a little worse. But there is a bit of gapping right up at the top of the Widow's Peak, the Golden Arches. You know, it's basically the same figure as the Daima Vegeta, with like the armor and then just the whole middle. But they actually did some different sculpting work where he's a little bit more cut. I'll pull out the other Vegeta in a little bit. Obviously, he doesn't have that jaundiced yellow skin. He actually looks pretty good. Kind of pretty short as well as a short king. I'll bring out some other figures to compare him in a bit. But, you know, standard affair for, I was going to say Marvel Legends. No, definitely not Marvel Legends. I can't really tell because of the way the indents are, but in certain lights, it looks like he's got shading, but I don't think that's actually shading. You see, like for down here, for instance, when you move it, it looks like there's shading, but when you move it to the side, the light changes. So The way they sculpted it was pretty neat. There looks like there's also shading in the butt cracks on his legs, like the long butt, but I'm pretty sure that's not. I cannot really tell for sure. Let me get extra light on there just to see here. Let's switch it over to the LED light. There we go. So it doesn't look like it. It's just all sculpted plastic. It just looks like that because of the indents on him. He looks pretty good though. I do like him a lot. Let's go over the articulation since I have you here. Decent sculpt, decent, you know, it's SH Figuarts. What do you expect? You know, they do it pretty good most of the time. So he looks up that much. He looks down that much. He is on a hinge. They stopped doing the double ball peg. I mean, it kind of is, but it's got a hinge on it now as well. And if I can get this motherfucker. Oh, well, there goes the face. Okay, hold on. Big issue right there. The face comes off relatively easily, and getting this freaking head on is kind of annoying. And it leaves that huge ball peg right there in the middle. And if you try to go down too much, it will start to split the figure, which sucks. So side to side, of course, he's got a nice range of motion on the neck, because the neck is also articulated, so you can have him kind of giggity goo. And then shoulders, they got that new patent pending McFarlane style butterfly joint that kind of sucks, but it's just there for whatever reason. It works okay. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like also why. Also up here, these armbands or the top of the tank top or the armor, they do kind of pop up a little bit to give them an extra range of motion. So as you can see, they don't come off all the way, but they do slightly move up. So in case you want to get his arm even more up, or they actually flex to make it a little more like the show, because these are like a flexible material from what I remember. Arm goes up all the way. Man, why does it look so blurry? Hold on. Why does it look so blurry? I don't understand. So arms move up that much. We got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, but it doesn't really do that much. Let's see if I can go like that. As far as it goes. And also right here, the gloves are free floating. So I mean, I guess they made it so you can turn them to give it a little more, I don't know what you would call it, more dynamic, more, just more to play with on the actual figure. I'm pretty sure you could probably pop this off. So let me see. Oh, well, it doesn't, you probably have to pop the little peg out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you could just pop it right off. Wrist, obviously they rotate side to side, up and down, however you need it. We got a torso joint that goes back that much, but it leaves a gap right here. Probably one of their biggest weaknesses is the gapping in this new body mold. I'm trying to move it forward, but it barely goes forward. Oh, there you go. So it goes that forward, leaves kind of a big gap in the back. Not too bad. Can rotate up here as well, side to side, just a tad. Can rotate at the waist as well, and I can also move forward and back at the waist, so all together you get like that much, but you're left with hecka gapping. Then you can go forward, which it gets stuck on the armor. You go forward all the way, but it leaves some pretty crazy gaps. The crotch piece is, or diaper, whatever you want to call it, is like a softer material, just like the armor. So, you know, it's not gonna like snap on you or anything like the SH Figuarts Spider-Man that everyone keeps talking about. And then the legs go forward that much. You can actually go forward that much because, like I said, the crotch piece is pretty soft. But I don't know how long you want to leave it in a pose like that because it might mess up the little rubber part over time. And then it goes back. It goes back, but it also splays outward. So if we don't splay it out, it doesn't really go back at all. Barely that much. But if you want to, it can go back pretty damn far, but it splays out. It's not, you know, right on. We got the thigh cut, of course, double jointed knees, which look okay. Could be worse. It's got a big old kneecap, big old chunky kneecap with a big gap right there. No thigh cut, but this piece is also, it's also not connected fully. So, you know, it can't really rotate because of the way that the shape of the leg is. Foot can rotate though. Forward, back. It cannot really go forward too much. Oh, there you go. Goes forward that much and goes down that much. Got toe articulation, and then we got the side to side. Side to side. Sand the floor. Sand the floor. So for shits and gigs, I'm just going to replace everything that you can replace it on. So we're going to take off the regular head. Put on, I guess we'll give him the stern face, but we'll pop the hair on first because it's a little more difficult. What I like to do is I like to get my thumb right here and just pop it in. This mine's a little tight because I never use it. Pause. And pop the face on. Pop the face on. We're gonna pop the face on. Man, it's like really tight. It's real tight up in there. And there is some gapping right here. I don't know if you can see that in the head. Kind of sucks. I'm trying to push it up as much as I can too, and it just does not want to go. Then we'll pop off these arms. Everything comes off relatively easy. They've been doing it long enough to where this shit should not be difficult at all. So we have this. Pop the arms into place. They snap right on real easy. Then you can even, oh no, let's not do that. So now he's kind of like, And then the feet just, they should just come right off. It's kind of like, oh, you know what? I lied. The Frieza, the full power Frieza has removable feet. Durr. I think the other Frieza has removable feet as well, the OG one. Could be wrong about that. I do not know. I have to watch my own review later. And then we'll pop the feet on, and now you got Vegeta with new shoes, because that boy got he got that shit on though. He's got the head, and now he's ready to mean mug from the side. And he looks pretty cool like this as well. Come, stand up, Vegeta, come on, I know you can do it. Bam, baby, oh. Bam, we outside. Alright, so we have the old 2.0 Vegeta. This is kind of like a kit bash, whatever you want to call it. It's just a head swap of the Saiyan, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta that we got recently with the Super Saiyan head. Obviously our new boy, and then the Daima figure. As you can tell, they have a lot of the same things going on with the articulation, but as you can see, he's a little more cut up as opposed to this one more slender. And the muscles are more defined than they would be like on this one. This is the older version, obviously, but I personally do like the old one better. I don't know, something about, I don't know, maybe it's just like we've had this one for so long that I kind of can't see a world without it, but I don't know, it just seems better. Maybe the legs are a little bit better on this one, but I do prefer the old one. Oh, I do prefer the old one over this new one. I don't know if I'm broken in that way or what. Maybe I'm just dumb, but yeah. There it is. And of course, these ones are a couple years old now, but we have the updated Son Gohan from the Cell games, base Super Saiyan, whatever you want, Master Super Saiyan form, and then we have the newest version of the OG Trunks. And they look pretty good together. Boy is mad short next to Trunks. Trunks is a tall king, tall legend. And then of course I had to get the newest, well, this isn't the newest anymore. They have the base form and the God, Super Saiyan God. But this is the Cell games Begins, which is, they're pretty much in the same art style. So, Son Goku, Super Saiyan. They look pretty good together. They always have. Batman and Robin. Chewie and Han Solo. Goku and Vegeta. My butt and my balls. Alright, final thoughts on this guy. He's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I still do prefer the older version, the 2.0 as it were, over this. I don't know. There's something about it that I don't really like. I think they did too many things. They tried to change so much stuff to make it, what's the word? To make it worth our while, but I feel like they did things that are unnecessary, like the movable boots. Or like not the way they wiggle, and then the gloves are kind of weird too, how they rotate. I don't really like the torso. The 2.0 legs is good. They're cool. Not a big fan of this figure overall. I will give it a, if I'm being unbiased, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a solid. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Only because it's a main character. It comes with a lot of stuff for only, $30. That's a pretty decent amount of stuff you get. In Marvel Legends, they come with like, they're $30 and they come with like hands that don't even match and like a fucking shield, not even a Build-A-Figure part these days. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like this figure. It's just not my favorite. I think that the old one is better. This is on my shelf though, as I say that, so obviously it's pretty good, like without my biases. So if you want one, I suggest go picking one up as soon as you can before they're all gone. I found mine at Target, but I did see a whole bunch at Walmart, so you know, and GameStop has them too, but you're gonna be paying that premium price at that GameStop tax. So yeah, that's all I got to say, and I love you all. Give me a kiss. Okay, bye.